Welcome to Yehoshua's Gematriatime, Daf Yomi Shiur, where in the end time, any time is a great time to learn Daf Yomi in Gematriatime. And that's my new tagline, and I gotta get used to it because it's a little bit more complicated than the last one. A few more steps, but the next evolution, the next phase of the Yehoshua's Daf Yomi Shiur is Yehoshua's Gematriatime Daf Yomi Shiur. Gematriatime is synonymous with Gematriona. Gematriona is my Gematria clock time work, and now I'm seeking to bring it into the Daf with some Gematriatic flavor to the Daf. So, as presented in yesterday's Daf, which was the first Daf of Gematriatime, we're looking at an amazing occurrence today in Gematriatime. Chullin Tzadi Tes has a numerical value of 203. Chullin is 104, and Tzadi Tes is 99. 99 plus 104 is 203, of course. And this is what I mean by Gematriona. I'm walking today and I'm thinking, I might want to listen to a song from Fiddler on the Roof. If any of you know about Fiddler on the Roof, it's like a shtetl life in some city in Russia or Ukraine or something called Anatevka, and I'm thinking it's a classic. Started off, I think it's a Broadway, and it's a movie, Broadway or movie, I don't know. Anyway, it was a very, very classic, iconic movie about Jewish life in those times in shtetl, the village, and I was thinking about the song that I should put to one of my number patterns. So then I come back, and guess what I see on my feed? I see on my feed, Fiddler on the Roof, a song called Sunrise Sunset. I wasn't thinking of Sunrise Sunset. I was thinking of a different song. I was thinking of maybe either L'Chaim or some other song putting on, but I haven't seen Fiddler on the Roof for months. And after I'm thinking about it, just thinking about it, shows up on my feed. I didn't type it in, I didn't search for it, I didn't see it in the past few months. You might say that I did see it, but I just didn't pay attention to it. That's what I think what a skeptic would say. It might have showed up, but you didn't pay attention to it. But I pay attention to what comes up in my feed. I'm always looking at all of them. And from my memory, I haven't seen it. Anyway, that's up to debate. But the point is that Sunrise Sunset, that song that came up in my feed, equals 203 in English Gematria. And that's today's Daf in Hebrew Gematria, 203. It also equals artificial intelligence. So maybe artificial intelligence has something to do with it. It's like the Daf, and anyway. So Chullin Tzadi Tes equals 203, Sunrise Sunset equals 203, which is a song in Fiddler on the Roof, which I was thinking of before I came here, which I have not seen. I hope you believe me, but I haven't seen it. But even if I have seen it, let's just say I missed it. Let's say it was there, and I just didn't register it. The fact that today's Daf is 203 is when I registered, and I didn't even know that it was 203 when I saw the song there. I mean, the song and the Daf should really be the thing. Okay, that's the Gematriatime. That's what I mean by Gematriatime, okay? So this journey is amazing. I would like to really find out other people who would be interested in this journey. Okay, Chullin Tzadi Tes is 203. And now for the words. Right now, I'll do like one or two words on each side. So, very famous words. Okay. Umay Chazit. What did you see? That's pretty common. Like the Gemara is asking, what did you see that you would say this? Umay Chazit has a numerical value of 482. Another very famous Gemara word is ihachi. It means if so. It's like if so, then ihachi, then ema seifa, say the seifa, or ema reisha, whatever. Ihachi, if so, equals 46. That's on side A, Chullin 99A. And on side B, you know what? Maybe I'll announce the gematrias on each side. Keep it specific to each side. Or we can do all of them on one side and just repeat them. Maybe we'll do it each side. Each side, yeah. But one more word about, a gematrianic word about 99 is that A. Josh Leon. You know, I'm not the only Josh Leon out there. I did a Google search, and there's several other Josh Leons. One's an athlete, one's a writer kind of a guy, and one's like a real estate guy in England. And so there's a lot of Josh Leons. So this person is A. Josh Leon, that's A. Josh Leon. And Josh Leon, as I said yesterday, equals 98, which was yesterday's daf. But A. Josh Leon, A is 1. So A. Josh Leon is 99. So A. Josh Leon is today. A. Josh Leon is doing Gematriatic Daf Yomi. And 99 is also the year that the movie The Matrix came out, which is a big part of it. The Matrix, if you've seen that movie, if you like really psychological, like it's a mixture between sci-fi and like psychedelic, not psychedelic, but like psychological, philosophical, and computer animated, whatever, like sci-fi stuff. Okay, let's get started. Chullin 99, we are on the top of the page. V'lig marminei. Gali Rachmana Gali Chatos. Kol asher yigav b'sori yikdash. Lios kemo hashim pesur b'tifsolim kasher teachel kechamur sheba. The Gemara objects, let us learn from the case of the Nazarite's ram that the flavor of sacrificial food can be nullified. The Gemara explains the merciful one revealed in the Torah with regard to the sin offering, whatever shall touch its flesh shall be holy. Leviticus 6:20. This teaches that the halachic status of any food that touches and absorbs flavor from a sin offering becomes like it, so that if the sin offering is disqualified, this food shall also be disqualified, and if the sin offering is valid, this food may be eaten in accordance with the stringencies that apply to a sin offering. Umay chazit. That's the word that we talked about. Umay chazit. The Gemara asks, what did you see to indicate? My chazit de gamrin mehai ligmar mehai chidushu mechidush lo gamrinan. And what did you see to indicate that we learned the principle of nullification concerning sacrificial food from that verse of the sin offering? Derive it instead from this verse concerning the foreleg of the Nazarite's ram. The Gemara answers, this case of the Nazarite's ram is a novelty, and we do not learn principles from a novelty. Ihachi, that's another word that we had for today, which equals 46. So, Machazit 482, Ihachi 46. Ihachi lemeavishi shimnami ligbal atuanan nekula kagamrinan chumra kagamrinan demidoraisa beruba bate. The Gemara objects, if so, if the case of the Nazarite's ram is not a viable precedent for general halachic principles, then one should also not learn from that case that when forbidden food is mixed with permitted food of a different type, it is nullified in either 100 or 60 times its own volume, as discussed above. The two opinions in this regard are both based on the case of the Nazarite's ram. The Gemara responds, is that to say that we learn that forbidden food is nullified in 60 or 100 times its volume of permitted food as a leniency? We learn it only as a stringency. As if it were not for this derivation, one would say that by Torah law, forbidden food is nullified in a mixture in which there is a simple majority of permitted food. Ravina Omar Loi Nitzrcha Ela Lemkoim Chasach De Omar Makom Chatach Bi'alma Zur Bihachashari. Ravina said, an alternative explanation of the term, this is, that appears in the Braita with regard to the Nazarite's ram. This limitation is necessary only for the place where the foreleg is cut from the body of the ram, as it was said that in a case where permitted and forbidden foods were attached, and one cut the forbidden section from the permitted section, the place of the cut on the permitted part is generally forbidden. But here, in the case of the Nazarite's ram, it is permitted. Yesiv Rav Dimi v'ko'omar lo lahashmaito. The Gemara returns to discussing the statement of Rabbi Shmuel bar Rabbi Yitzchak in 98a that forbidden food is nullified in a mixture only if there is 100 times its volume of permitted food. Rav Dimi sat and said this halacha. Amar le Abaye, kol asurin shebetoyer b'mea yatznan, lama amru kol hamach mates umes beil umadamea lehachmil min umino lehakil ulehachmir min v'she'eno mino. Abaye said to him, and this is true, that all the forbidden foods in the Torah that are mixed with permitted foods are nullified only in a mixture containing 100 times their volume of permitted food. But didn't we learn in the Mishnah in Orla 2:6? Why did the sages say that with regard to anyone who leavens non-sacred food with a leavening agent, that is truma, or flavors it with spices of truma, or mixes truma into non-sacred food, thereby making the forbidden food for non-priests? The halacha is to be stringent, and if he mixed one type of food, that is truma, with non-sacred food of the same type, but the halacha is to be lenient and to be stringent if he mixed one type of truma with non-sacred food of a different type. Vikatani sefer lahakir lahachmir min v'shein amino keitzad garisin shenizbashlu imahadoshim im yesh bahem benosin tam bein sheyesh bahem lahalois b'mea ve'echod bein ein bahem lahalois b'mea ve'echod asur. As it is taught in the letter clause, meaning in the following Mishnah in Orla 2:7, when it is stated that the halacha is to be lenient and to be stringent if he mixed one type of truma with non-sacred food of not of its type. How is this accomplished? For example, in the case of split beans of truma that were cooked with non-sacred lentils, if there are enough split beans relative to the lentils to impart flavor to the lentils, then regardless of whether there are enough lentils to neutralize the split beans in 101 times their volume, meaning the volume of the lentils is 101 times the volume of the split beans, or whether there are not enough lentils to neutralize the split beans in 101 times their volume, the entire mixture is forbidden to a non-priest. Ein bahem benosin tam, bein sheyesh bahem lahalois b'mea ve'echod, bein ein bahem lahalois b'mea ve'echod mutar. Conversely, if there are not enough split beans of truma to impart flavor to the lentils, then regardless of whether there are enough lentils to neutralize the split beans in 101 times their volume, or whether there are not enough lentils to neutralize the split beans in 101 times their volume, the mixture is permitted even to a non-priest. Ein bahem la'alot b'mea ve'echad el b'mai, la b'shishim. And now it's 99b, lo b'mea. Abaye commented, when the Mishnah says that there are not enough lentils to neutralize the split beans in 101 times their volume, and nevertheless, if the split beans did not impart flavor to the lentils, the mixture is permitted. In what amount of lentils are the split beans nullified? Is it not that the split beans are permitted because they are mixed with 60 times their volume of non-sacred lentils? This contradicts the opinion of Rabbi Shmuel bar Yitzchak. And then we turn to 99b now. Lo, no, b'mea, with 100. Rav Dimi answers by a no. The Mishnah means that although there is not 101 times as much non-sacred food as Truma, the Truma is nullified because there is 100 times its volume of non-sacred food. Okay, we'll stop here.